Osprey friends, 2014 softball season gets underway this weekend at the Troy Subway Invitational. The Ospreys had a stellar 2013 season that saw them capture the Atlantic Sun regular season championship, setting the bar high for years to come. Six-year head coach Marcie Hickey is here to talk about the upcoming 2014 season and what the Ospreys have in store. Coach, you've had a phenomenal 2013 season that brought UNF softball to the forefront at the Ace Sun. What was last season like for you and your program?
Last season was awesome. We had a lot of really good team chemistry. Kind of went out. We were picked number 7 in the preseason poll, I believe, last year, and had a little bit of a chip on our shoulder. We did a really good job of going out and playing one game at a time, and I think that's what really helped us in the long run. Ended up going out knowing that our goal was to win every series. We did a pretty good job throughout the season of doing that and staying focused on what our end goal was.
You returned most of your players from last year's team. How important is that for this season?
I think it's a really huge asset for us. I think it makes it a strength that a lot of teams don't have the luxury of. The girls trust each other. They went through a lot last year. We had good games, we had bad games. They know what to expect from each other. The chemistry is great. And we lost one starter from last year's team, and good to go, ready to start playing.
Wow. Your infield is stacked with 4 starters from a year ago. Abby Tui, Kelly Wilson, Ashley Holton, and Marissa Thomas returning, as well as plenty of depth from the lineup. What type of expectations do you have for your infield?
I think the chemistry in the infield is probably the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to. These girls have played together. You know, when you get into like slap defenses and like base stealing and all that kind of thing, like they know each other really well. We have a really strong infield. It was probably our biggest strength last year to go along with our pitching. So it was we were tough to score on. So I'm looking forward to a lot of the same.
Both Danica Mandarano and Lexi Taylor returned for the outfield. Danica has started in every game at center field the last 2 years, and Lexi made an impact in right field as a freshman this past season. How does having those 2 veterans help you? How do you plan to fill a third outfield position?
It's huge having both of them. Like, they both have really good foot speed. They both have really good leadership abilities. We get a lot of strong voices coming from the outfield, which is huge. They know how much room the other can cover and where they're going to be. That third outfield spot right now is a little bit of a battle. Planning on filling that with probably a hitter, honestly. And we've had, you know, Katie Mandigo and Aisha Kerr have been battling it out pretty good for that last spot.
Perhaps the biggest loss from last season comes at catcher with Jackie Reese graduating. Those are some huge shoes to fill. What do you expect from your backstop this season?
I think the biggest thing that we've been working on with them, like Jackie was a 4-year starter, so she kind of really came through with a leadership aspect, and that's something that we expect a lot from our catchers. So we've been working really closely with, you know, a few different players back there, just to make them consistent, get the trust of the pitchers, the trust of the team, and really have a strong, confident voice back there to, you know, lead us through our games.
Pitching was a huge strength for the Ospreys last season. Kaylee Wallace was named 2013 Pitcher of the Year. Your trio of pitchers, Kaylee Wallace, Kayla Goff, and Courtney Radke, registered 7 consecutive shutouts and hurled 54 1/3 scoreless innings during that stretch. You get all 3 back this year. That has to be huge for you.
It's huge for us, yes. A luxury I haven't had in the past. We had a few years where we only had 2 pitchers on staff. Now we have 3, all veteran players. All have been through the ASUN schedule. Obviously, Wally had a great year, Pitcher of the Year. Radke's coming back strong now from an injury from her freshman year where she was Freshman of the Year. Kayla has been phenomenal, hitting great spots, great movement. They all look really confident on the mound. I would probably say pitching is going to be our biggest strength, and I think we have one of the best staffs in the conference, if not the best.
Let's talk briefly about hitting. The top 5 batters from a year ago are all back, including 2 that had a team best 57 hits, as well as your runs, doubles, and home run leaders. What offensive power do you expect the Ospreys to generate this season?
Well, I can tell you, like, over the course of the spring and the preseason, our hitting has been stronger now than it has been ever in the past. I think we made a lot of improvements off last year. We have a lot of returners. The biggest thing is the confidence at the plate. We've had a lot of success with the hitters that we have, a lot of power. And, you know, the way that we ended our season last year, that very last inning against Upstate when they just came out, you know, swinging the bats, that's kind of what we tried to instill with them this year. So, you know, they're going up there with a purpose and, you know, really trying to hit the ball hard, and we're having really good at bats. So I'm expecting that consistency is really going to help us out.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend, and can't wait to see how this season goes.
Thank you.